Yo, check it. We're here at Paul J. Rogers Park in Colton. We got an interview with Curtis King. It's the Phony franchise. You already know it's a beautiful sunny day. Let's go.
Curtis King, here with the Phony franchise. Baby Sinbad, Jason Kidd, older, younger little brother. Grant Hill don't even know me, but I look like him, and we about to do this. Bow bow.
Yeah. All right, so let's shoot with the questions. When do you want to become an MC?
I wanted to become an MC. It's crazy how it started too, cause my homie Keaton, we know he wanted to rap. I came across one of his books. He used to write poetry. I used to write poetry too, but back in high school, you don't really want to tell your homies like, yo, check out this poem I just did. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's from the heart. Like, you don't want to do it like that. So I looked over. I said, is this poetry, son? And he was like, yeah, man, it's poetry. I was like, it's cool. I'll write it too, man. It's right. So it's crazy. We went home that same day. And we was chopping up about females and whatnot, and he was like, man, you ever thought about writing a rap? I was like, no, but he was like, all right, what's we gonna do? 30 minutes, you write something, 30 minutes, I write something, and I call you back. Called me back. I had some lines about Blues Clues and some corny ass shit. I can't even tell you right now, but I knew we had that conversation. We said, you know what, man, if we want to do this, we should do this for real and for a good reason, and he said, we should do this for our family and try to get our family out of the situation we're in, struggling from paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, for sure.
So it was, for me, music was like, I always like to express myself, and music gave me 3 minutes where, I could be heard and my perspective could be out there. So I knew I wanted to be an MC from that moment, without a doubt.
That's what's up. That's cool. That's cool. That's really cool. And then we all knew you repping with the IE. What high school did you go to though?
I'm originally actually from Carson.
Carson? Okay.
I'm from Carson. I've been a transplant to many different areas. Like I grew up in Carson, and then I went to high school in Downey. You know what I mean? So I was in a bunch of different neighborhoods and whatnot, and I went to high school at Downey High School. So okay. Downey is like between like Lakewood and Whittier, and it's like right there in the middle. Just this. Nice little balance, because I was in Carson, which is between Compton and Long Beach, but it's like nice little suburban Downey,
Yeah, for sure.
We wasn't living a suburban life, but it was good to see it around you, and see what eventually money can bring.
Right on.
So, yeah.
So how do you feel for the love in the Inland Empire?
I love the Inland Empire. I love every bit of it, and it's crazy because when I first came out here, I didn't know what to expect. I lived in Carson most of my life,
yeah, right.
And I'm used to never seeing going on the freeway and you seeing like cows and you seeing it's funny, I always tell the story. When I was in Carson, I used to think the IE was, anytime a Stater Brothers commercial came on, it was like in the heartland, and they showed all of these fucking just dirt and wind and all of this shit, and I'm like, damn, that must be what the Inland Empire, that sounds far. Crazy thing is, when I came out here 3 years ago, I was surprised. I was surprised how much love the city has, or this county, has for music. You know what I mean? Right out here, hip hop is the first love. Back in LA, it feels like culture is number one. You know what I mean? Or not even culture, but fashion, I should say. Fashion is number one, and then music comes secondary.
Right, right.
But out here it's like, we got local brands, you know what I mean? We got who get support from the artists, and it's hand in hand. So I love the Inland Empire. I love the way they love music. I love the passion they let me show and still receive it. You know what I mean? You can't buy that.
Yeah, exactly. Just like you got the family with the Phony franchise now. You know what I'm saying?
It's my family. It's my family.
And talking about your youth, here's a funny question. What was your favorite toy growing up?
My favorite toy growing up? Okay, every time I describe this toy, people think they don't understand. They don't remember it for some reason. It was just it was like this little driving game, right? But it wasn't inside of a Sega Genesis or anything. It was like a mobile driving game. You put batteries in it, and you just drive forever. The roads are on the side, and it's all lit up. It was just all lights, basically, like a light bright that you could drive. People just don't remember this fucking game. This game is so amazing. If I can find it, I'm gonna buy 15,000 of them and play them as a grown man. Straight face. But you would drive it, and I thought I was going somewhere as a kid, but it's just the same pictures over and over again. But it's crazy because I would get lost in it. My imagination would go man, eventually I'm gonna get to the city, the next city, you know what I'm saying? But there was no point to that game, but I loved it.
Right on. And who's your favorite Marvel superhero?
Marvel superhero? Favorite Marvel superhero? Favorite Marvel character? Wolverine.
Wolverine.
Fucking Wolverine had bones of adamantium.
He was a beast.
Do you know what you can do with adamantium? Like imagine if I punched you and that's the sound. That was the sound that came out. That's Wolverine for your ass. So Wolverine is just, to me, he represents a lot to how I approach my music. You know, I like to be resilient. I feel like life throws so much shit at me, but I feel like you almost have to have like a skin made of adamantium to get through.
Right on,
and to be able to continue pushing on and just like stubbornly push on. Ask the person I did a 97-day campaign for paid dues with adamantium, it feels like. And I think I have a good idea of that. So.
For sure, heck yeah,
Wolverine.
for sure. Back to your music. So, where do you see yourself in your music in 2 years?
In 2 years, honestly, I used to, and I just read a tweet from Ab Soul. That's my boy. When I was out in Carson, I read a tweet from him, and he was like, "I used to do this music for rappers." You know what I mean? Like, and it's natural. When you come in, you want to impress your boys, you want to impress other artists. But like, I really found my calling in this music, and I just want to help. I want to help people. I want to help people through their situations. You know, even people who can't vocalize the help that I give them. Like, I seen a video today of a girl who is 29 years old and she's hearing for the first time.
Oh, right on.
And the only thing I can think, and there's video of this, she's hearing for the first time, she breaks down, it's like, what the fuck does she listen to? What is the first thing that she listens to when she can hear music?
Yeah. Right.
You know, and it really gets me, that kind of stuff hits me. When somebody's in a hospital bed and they have an ailment that they can't cure, what do they listen to get them through? You know what I mean? So for me, it's like, it's a bigger calling. It's not just, it starts local, then it goes worldwide. Like, this music is supposed to be something that helps people to get through stuff. That's why people have like 17 gigs of music and can go through the whole thing. Cause you need something every day. You need your workout playlist, you need your therapy playlist. So it's like, I had to ask myself, why am I not making the music that gets people through? So that's at the point where I'm at now, and it's like, the people got me on paid dues. I gotta give back to the people for the rest of my career.
Right on, yeah, heck yeah. So, let's get into it. Why do you call yourself the Baby Sinbad?
Baby Sinbad. You know what? As a kid, I used to get pissed off at everything. I was ultra sensitive. Kids used to be like, "You look like you light bright," and I'd be like, "Fuck you," you know? And they'd be like, "You a high yellow banana." I'd be like, let's fight right now, adamantium. and the thing is, eventually, you know, they started calling me like celebrities.
Yeah.
They called me Jason Kidd.
Oh, damn.
As a child, and I'm mad. And they called me Sinbad, and they just saw me turn red, because you know light-skinned folks turn red when they get mad. But I just get so angry, and then Sinbad was one they kept calling me, and I just didn't like it, because I feel like back then when I was younger, he was like corny to me.
Right on.
You know, but as I grew up, I started understanding the stuff he was talking about was appealing to like when you get older. And like now I look back on it, it's like, all right, for sure, I'll be Sinbad. I'll be whatever character you want me to be. But I bet you that I know enough about myself to embody that and then show you a different side. So then the song Sinbad came along, and it was an opportunity for me to just give them a big middle finger and have fun. I mean, I felt like I took my life too seriously, and people in general take life too seriously, you know? So to me, it was like an expression of myself. Now I can call myself Baby Sinbad, and I break the ice when I go to a show.
Right on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Baby Sinbad, living life.
Yeah, they're thinking it anyway, so I might as well say it. I mean, you're thinking it anyways. You're looking at the laptop. You're probably gonna Google him if you don't know who he is.
The Baby Sinbad.
I am Baby Sinbad. Even though he has sons, and I don't, you know, we don't need to fight or nothing. I'm making it, you know. This is what you just heard the interview. Now you know what it stands for.
Right on. There we go. What's your ideal type of ratchet?
Okay, since I know my girlfriend gonna be watching this.
Uh-oh.
Before you, babe, my ideal ratchet was like thick ass, just a big old booty, just for no reason. You ever see somebody tattooed all over for no reason? Like,
Yeah.
do you play? Are you an athlete? Or why are you so tatted? That's how I like my ass, just for no reason, right? And then just.
I mean, if you got that ass, I mean, there's no reason for you not to be a
And
ratchet.
people don't understand this. The thing I loved about ratchets, and I still love about ratchets, is they know how to boost your self-esteem instantly. They were like, "Hey, Curtis." You know what that feels like to have your name stretched out that long? You know, usually it's like, hey Curtis, how you doing? Or, no, that's not dudes. Yeah, girls are like, hey Curtis, how you doing? But it's like, hey Curtis, get it, boy. That is so empowering. I love all the ratchets. I do this for the ratchets. All around the world.
Big heart for ratchets.
Big heart for ratchets. Even though it's a taken heart, it's always a piece of here that appreciates the ratchism of your philosophies.
So let's talk about more music. So who's your biggest influence in music history?
Tupac and Andre 3000.
There we go.
Those
Andre
two.
3000.
Andre 3000
Heck yeah.
and Tupac, man. I honestly, like, Andre 3000 to me was the first artist that I listened to, because I listened to a lot growing up. Like, my mom listened to anything from like Diggable Planets to Scarface to like fucking Wham. You know, my pop listened to like Earth, Wind and Fire, Eazy-E, Cube, and just everything. And when I grew up and started listening to my own stuff, Andre was like, it's like, damn, you could do this in rap. It sounded like poetry.
Yeah,
you know, and I was writing poetry. It was like, damn, I could do this, and I could like almost have a conversation with you, and not have to, you know, kill you with just you know, the what I call like lyrically showing off or lyrical showboating, where folks, you know, but you don't know a damn word they just said.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, for me, it was like, damn, I could just tell my story no matter how crazy it is, no matter how un-hip hop it is, and he showed me that. Pac just showed me like work ethic and really using your time on earth. He only had 25 years on this earth. Here I am, I'm 27. It's like, I feel like I got so much to do, but I have an opportunity to do something, you know, and he helped people. He helped me get the times, you know what I mean? And those are the ones that are my biggest influences. Rap-wise, now, my bigger influences in that, Sade, Jill Scott, and Erykah Badu.
Erykah Badu, there we go. Heck yeah. I got a question for you, for myself. You know,
Okay.
Easter's coming up and everything, and I got my lady and everything, so I want to make a real nice Easter basket. But what do you think is more romantic? A poem, or like just a bunch of little gibberish, jabberish little things?
You know what? It depends. It depends on your sense of humor. Because me, I've been broke a lot of time in my life. You know, I know how to kind of figure things out and how to still be romantic on a budget.
Yeah.
You know, you ever heard of baller on a budget? Like, I understand this. So you got to be creative. I say, if there's a way to mix both, do that. But in essence, a poem, if we had to choose, I say a poem. Because if she knows that you put your personality and everything that you had, you may not have, you know, the green, but you put everything else in between into that poem, it's a win. It's an instant win, son. Ain't no woman gonna deny that. And if you do, that ain't the one.
You heard it right. There you go, honey. That's coming from Curtis King.
The Ratchet's gonna appreciate it, know that. I'll tell you that right now.
Oh, they
She like,
appreciate
you
it a
gave
lot.
me a poem? Hi, you know,
Damn.
hi, Curtis.
There we go, Pony franchise.
Pony franchise.
Yeah.
He wrote me a poem. You gotta, shit.
What's next? A video.
Get yourself a Ratchet, okay? She appreciates the finer things in life. I appreciate them.
Preaches baller and budget.
Baller
All
and
right.
budget.
How'd you find out about the Funny franchise?
I met y'all at the Roxy show.
Yeah.
The Roxy show. I performed. I opened up for Overdose. Chill Black Guys, Buddy. Who else was up there? Scheme was up there. This is a dope night at the Roxy. It's my first time ever performing at the Roxy, and you know, I met y'all, man. Y'all's good people. You told me that we was in the same city, we're living in Colton. I said, what? I said, what? Where the interview going? And I mean, we finally got to link up, and here we are now. Phony franchise, my family.
There we go. There we go. All right, now everybody heard the hype. Everybody knows what's going on. Curtis King for Pay Dues 2012. What's up? Now, are you excited for Pay Dues?
I'm very excited for Pay Dues. You know, I went up there to the Pay Dues office, and it was just surreal. Like, I was looking at posters and seeing the people who had been on there before, like cats that I grew up on.
Yeah.
You know, from Public Enemy and even like Murs, man, and actually going and talking to him for a little bit more. Like, I had talked to him a year ago. At Noah, when Noah went to go to Pay Dues, and I'm just talking to him now, man. I was just like, it's a dream come true. You know, I want to say it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, but that's how I'm treated. You know, I'm going in there, and I'm really making sure that I give them people one of my best shows. You know, I try to do that every night, but that will be no exception. You know, so I'm making all my preparations, trying to get there, man. I'm hyped. 97 days
Yup.
of campaigning. 10 a.m. to 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. and I didn't stop. You know what I mean, in terms of the Twitter and everything. But you know, I just want people to know, even if I didn't get on paid dues, like hard work honestly pays off. I don't give a shit how cliche that sounds. Hard work pays off, and eventually somebody's gonna see your work. You know what I mean? Y'all came to me when there was no announcement. It was just me campaigning. You know, y'all see me at the Roxy, so continue to work hard, and opportunities are gonna open up regardless of where you at. I promise you.
All right, so I know this is a surprise for the crowd. Little tiny box, you got it going. It actually probably a huge box, but can we get a little peep of what you think Paid Dues is gonna come out to be? What you got for us?
What you mean in terms of what?
Of like, what are you expecting to give the crowd?
Man, energy, man. I'm all energy. People look at me with this flat top, with the blind spot. Like, how many people during your day do you see? I'm waiting. That have the same haircut.
I haven't seen anybody.
You can even put the seconds on there. Click, 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 click. Yeah, you don't see that. It doesn't happen like that. So instantly, I become sort of the eyeball in any room I am. But it's gonna be dope because I think I'm gonna have a lot of family there, a lot of people that supported me throughout the years and who told me back, like my homie Mike, or Star Lab. He told me, he used to say, man, you gonna be all right, Curtis, because you work too hard and your music is always top-notch quality. So I think that day is gonna be energy, man. I'm gonna try to hold off from the emotion. You know, I'm an artist, I'm an emotional creature by nature, so I gotta be, make sure I don't get no emotions, but it's gonna be a dope day, man. It's just, a dream coming true. Like, doesn't happen that often, you know, so it's a blessing. I can't wait, man. Energy. And I hope the people that come to support gonna bring the same thing.
Well, that's it. That's wrapping it up. This is Curtis King, Phony Franchise. You can follow us at Phony Franchise. You already know what's good. Where can you find this guy online? On
the west side. I mean, always. But you can find me on Twitter at Curtis King, 2 S's. At Curtis King, 2 S's. You can find me on Black Planet. You can find me on MySpace, Friendster, SoundClick. No, I'm playing. No, anything Curtis King, Facebook music, Curtis King, 2 S's. Do not forget the 2 S's. If you get a jazz singer, he'll probably be pissed off that you asking for hip hop. But I am Curtis King. This is Phony Franchise. Thank y'all very much.
Wow, all right then, there it is.
Thank you, sir.